Welcome back to the chapter 9 Strategies for Enhancement in Food Production. Today in this video, that is in lecture 5, let's try to understand about objectives of plant breeding. What is actually plant breeding and how are we dependent on plants? We are dependent on plants for n number of products like cereals and pulses. We are getting vegetables, we are getting fruits, we are even getting fuel, that is the coal, we are getting cotton, we are getting jute, we are getting rubber, and also we are getting medicine. So we are not only dependent upon animals for the sake of all these things, we are dependent upon even plants. So if we do advancement with respect to plant products, then it is called plant breeding. And what is that actually? How can we define plant breeding? It is applied branch of the botany which involves use of art and science in changing and in improvement of heredity of the plants, that is the genetical character, for creating desired plant types, or we can write it as a purposeful manipulation of plant species to create desired plant types that are better suited for cultivation and give yield and disease resistant. It involves the use of the knowledge of a branch called genetics. It also uses the knowledge of the branch called molecular biology. It also uses the knowledge of the branch called tissue culture. It involves purposeful manipulation of the plants which makes the plants better suited for cultivation. Plant breeding. What are objectives? What is the meaning of objective? Which can be said as goals, or in common language can be called as wish list. What sort of plants we want from this program? We need a plant which will be with increased crop yield. See here, the production should be highest because the population is increasing like anything. We want plants which are with improved crop quality. See here, this is a tomato of old variety changed to new variety which is with good quality with more minerals and nutrients. The third one is the most important challenge should be faced by our plants, that is tolerance to environmental stress. What are these environmental stresses? It can be temperature resistant, or it can be the salinity, or it can be even drought. So all these three were the biggest challenge to the plants, and we have made the plants resistant to all these characters. Then the fourth wish will be resistant to pathogen. So we have cultivated plant in such a way that they have become resistant to pathogens like bacteria, fungi and viruses. See here, two fields are shown in the image. One side is susceptible, so the growth is not thick, whereas another side the plant is resistant, so it is growing luxuriantly. We have to make plants even resistant to insects. See here, this is a corn plant and this is the insect which is called corn borer insect, and usually our corn yield gets decreased because of this insect. Now we have developed plants in such a way that this corn borer will not consume the corn. Then the next wish list is we have developed plants for specific characters, like in the areca nut. Areca nut plant grows usually taller, but we have made it dwarf so that harvesting will become easy. Then we have developed plants which will go for branching, more branches. If the plant gives more branch, many flowers it can support, so yield will get doubled. Then we have made the seeds to overcome dormancy easily, so that we can use all the seeds for the germination, which is called reduction of dormancy period. So objectives of plant breeding, which we discussed just now, let's try to list them. The objectives are increased crop yield, improved crop quality, tolerant of environmental stresses like temperature, salinity, and drought resistance, resistance to pathogens like bacteria, fungi, and viruses, then increased tolerance to insect pest, development of specific characters like dwarfness, intensive branching, and reduced dormancy are the objectives of plant breeding, which can be asked for 5 marks. So in this video we discussed about objectives of plant breeding, whereas in the next video we will discuss steps involved in the plant breeding. Thank you, students.